Oh, yeah, you've got to go for the full experience. You really have. And, I mean, a lot of them bugs, you know, are cleaner than people that I know. So, you know.
Mr. Shaun Ryder with us this morning. Good morning, Shaun.
Good
morning,
Good
Shaun.
morning, people. Toby.
So that's my radio voice. I get posher once we go live, you know.
Well, this is my radio voice, so I'm going to do the whole interview like this.
Please do.
Chris Moyles is in the jungle right now doing I'm Attempting to Get Me Out of Here. We were thinking, who do we know that's also been in the jungle? And we thought, well, we've got our good old mate Shaun.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I want to ask you sort of about this stage of it now. So he's been in there about a week and a half.
Yeah.
And he's just done his first trial last night. A week and a half in, how is it in camp? Does the boredom kick in now? Does the hunger kick in now?
Probably the lot, boredom and hunger. You know, I mean, I think you just really want to get chose for everything so you can just get out of the camp, I think. So from what I can remember, I mean, it's 12 years since I did it.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting watching Chris last night because we were saying
Clean Chris.
Yes, he looks in good nick, doesn't he? He looks in good nick.
He's very clean.
Yeah, very
You've got to let
clean.
everyone know how clean Chris is.
Well, I mean, we need to talk about this because last night he wasn't very happy that somebody, and definitely Boy George, has been stealing his towel. Now, Shaun, maybe I'm being unfair here, but I can't imagine you being too fussed about somebody nicking your towel in the camp.
Nah, I don't think I'd be really bothered about it as long as I'd go and take somebody else's towel and I won't. I think Chris is bothered about where the towel's been, though, hasn't he?
Well, exactly.
Yeah, which is fair enough, I suppose. Now, speaking of the towels, the bathing experience, it looks absolutely freezing in that shower.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. You know, it's not. You know, it's a good job that the camera sort of like he's got good camera angles because you know you really do freeze your nuts off when you go in the shower.
Yeah, it's probably
shrinks a bit.
Yeah, everything shrinks, I'd imagine. It's not very complimentary. Yeah, I bet.
Camera shy.
Yeah, well, it's interesting what you just said about wanting to do trials at this point because Moyles did his first Bush Tucker trial last night, and we were saying this morning, we were chatting before we came on air that I think he kind of enjoyed it. Maybe Chris will get back here in a few weeks and tell me I'm an idiot. But, I mean, I just think anything to get out the camp and do something a bit different.
Yeah, definitely. And he did look like he was enjoying it, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of doing trials, but after about a week, I was really like, you know, wanting just to get out and go. I'd go and do anything.
Yeah,
you know?
I bet. Now, we've got a little clip here, Shaun. So this is 12 years ago. It's a long time ago, but this is you eating a crocodile eye.
In what way?
Yogurt.
Did it? But with the consistency of
shoelaces.
You described crocodile eye as yogurt with the consistency of shoelaces.
Bon appetit.
Do you remember doing that? Do you remember eating that?
I remember eating all sorts of stuff. I also remember when I got back, I was like sending out the wife to go and look at Tesco's and to see if they could get crocodile feet and stuff because I actually really enjoyed some of that food they give us.
Wow.
I think one of the things that I was good at was eating all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, your Bush Tucker trial was brilliant.
You smashed it.
Yeah,
you
did.
Absolutely smashed it. I mean, I have to say, Chris, I love you, but I want him to do an eating trial so badly. I mean, you must have had mates since you've done it, Shaun, go in because we're all so close to Chris and watching him do it. Now, because you've been in there and you must have had mates go in since. You want them to see all the gory stuff, don't you? You want all your mates to be covered in bugs and do all the eating and everything, right?
Oh, yeah, you've got to go for the full experience. You really have. And, I mean, a lot of them bugs, you know, are cleaner than people that I know. So, you know.
No names, obviously. Sure.
Well, I mean, you did spend your life hanging out with Bez. You know, Bez in the 90s, I'd imagine you'd take your chances of a cockroach any day, wouldn't you?
Well, even Bez now, I mean, he's one of the biggest bugs going.
Radio. The Chris Moyles Show.